After the report this week about child Q, a young girl who was strip searched in school because the teacher thought she smelled of cannabis. Now, of course, I felt that was completely wrong and needed highlighting, as the child was dealt with in a completely inappropriate way without an appropriate adult or her parents' presence while she was menstruating. Now, there is a petition online regarding this and how people now want to have police removed from schools. I will, like last time I posted about a petition, read the words of the person who wrote it rather than my own, and then give my opinion at the end. My name is Liv. I started this petition because of news this week about child Q. As a youth worker, I've seen firsthand how police claim to protect young people but actually cause significant harm. Child Q was subjected by police to a strip search at a London school that was dehumanising and traumatising, and in which racism was likely to have been an influencing factor in the officer's actions. In the past year alone, the Metropolitan Police have faced inquiries, investigations and reports which all reveal one thing: they are not keeping us safe. The Met are causing people harm and failing those that need safety the most: young people. Just last month, racist, homophobic and misogynistic texts sent by officers working in Charing Cross Police Station were made public. As a youth worker, I'm asking, why are they in our schools? These problems are not confined to the Met Police. They are school police programmes all over the country, including in Greater Manchester, where I am based. Students need support and protection, not suspicion and strip searches. Black young people are too often deprived of the innocence and joy they deserve, treated instead like adults. Thankfully, they've moved beyond the days of corporal punishment. Let's not have criminal punishment either, which police in school too often leads to. As a youth worker, I know what the greatest risk to kids is not other kids but adults, whether in their homes or elsewhere. Safe schools are not ones with police officers patrolling the corridors. They are ones with resources, understanding teachers, student support, staff, SEN training, youth workers, counsellors and mentors. This is what our children need. Please sign and share if you agree that police have no place in our schools. Currently, this is at 27,079 signatures out of 35,000. Once it reaches 35,000, that 35,000 number will change to 50 and so on, to encourage people to keep signing. Now, as I've said, the police's actions and the action of the school was disgusting. I completely agree that something must be done about this assault on the child. But is removing police from schools the best idea? Now, when I was at school, and to be fair, I was often getting in strife and needed to be spoke to by the school liaison officer. But back then there was no fear of children stabbing each other and very little issues with drugs. Nowadays this is common. Okay, the stabbings may not happen exactly at schools, but school kids carry weapons. I don't think, as this petition states, that police should be bowling around the school being able to treat our children like they do adults in the street, but I do believe that having police on site or close by is a must these days. Whether it be a community plod in their own office, or a constant close by school patrol for when incidents occur. However, these police constables must be trained in dealing with children, which, as we know, should be completely different to how they deal with adults. Some compassion, some tact, and the ability to use their pig brains to contact parents so that the child has someone who is genuinely looking after their best interests with them and not relying on a teacher who will rather side with the police than the child. Now, since the assault at her school, it seems either her family have got in touch with or, and I think this is more likely, that the solicitor's firm contacted them, because they have recently given instruction to Bhatt Murphy, a legal firm specialising in police misconduct and claims against public authorities. A firm that I've seen come up quite a few times, especially over cases surrounding people of colour who have high profile cases. The girl is being represented by Chanel Dolce, a solicitor at the firm, and Florence Cole, an education and community care solicitor at Just for Kids Law. Chanel Dolce said Child Q has launched civil proceedings against the Metropolitan Police and relevant school. She seeks to hold both institutions to account, including through cast-iron commitments to ensure this never happens again to any child. The Metropolitan Police has seemed incapable of reform for generations, and it is difficult to say that they will ever change. Nevertheless, this is a pivotal time for the Metropolitan Police as it awaits the appointment of a new commissioner. Child Q's family are calling on the Home Secretary and Mayor of London to ensure that only someone willing to declare publicly and persistence of institutional racism and institutional sexism in the Met is appointed as the new commissioner. Now, I don't disagree that we need someone fair and non-discriminatory, but we also need to be very, very careful that we don't end up with some virtue-signalling twant snowflake who spends so much of their time trying to protect the rights of just black people that they forget about the rest of us, because let's face it, whoever takes the top spot will be under intense scrutiny to deal with racism over practically everything else. Now, I know this is a controversial issue, which is why I've posted this, and I ask you to let me know what you think in the comments, and if you agree with the petition, then please go ahead and sign it. Either way, it won't make a difference to me or the channel. I just want something done. I just think we need to be very, very careful not to force the government's hand into bringing somebody in who isn't up to the job of fixing all of the problems. Big thank you to channel supporters, especially these guys. Your support is truly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, as I know many of you will. And until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police and other officials.